Hey, hello, welcome everybody, welcome to Webdramatics. This is Subhendu, and in today's video we are going to create a new project from scratch. So the project will be the clone of this private note. Let's see what this website does. Suppose you have to share your password or any secret information to somebody through email or anything, and you write some notes or password here, and then you create a note, and this note will be destructed once someone views it. So you don't want that information to remain there for long, just when somebody sees, and it will get destroyed. So you'll select link, share, and if someone visits this link, so you are about to read and destroy the note, show me, and this note is destroyed. You can see the note and you can copy if you want. Alright, so this is the idea. It has other features like you can destroy it after 1 hour, 24 hours. You can also password protect it. You can get the email notification whenever your notes get destroyed. So a lot of features. So let's plan this website. So how we go about creating this website. So first thing first, we need to think about the database structure. You can start from your front-end design, whatever you prefer, since I'm more into backend. So first, what I think of is a notes database table, where I will store the body of this note, which will be long text, and other options. I will save the destroy add field, password field, and emails, and reference name. Alright, so let's do one at a time. Let's build a simple product first, and then we'll add more thing later on. Alright, so that's about the database structure. We'll create in a bit. So talking about page, we'll need the first index page where we'll show the note create note form, and from here user can create the note, and once it created, we will display the another page. I will call it share page, where we'll display the link to share. So another page, last page, will be the notes view page. Whenever someone go to this page, it should show them the notes. All right, and we'll do the Ajax to delete the note. All right, so this is the information we get from this website, or with this information we'll start our project. We'll create the minimum viable product, MVP, and then we'll later on or refine later, because if you think about all the refinements upfront, then you'll get caught in the details, so you'll not make much progress. That is what I think. Alright, so let's start by creating a new Laravel project. So let's get into the coding part. So I'm assuming that you know basics of Laravel. You know how to create the new Laravel projects. If not, there are a lot of information on that. You can refer to Laravel documentation. So I've created a new Laravel project, and first thing first, let's set up the database. In .env, I will put all database related credentials. So I've created this database with name, cursor, root, and password. Alright, so if you are on Windows, you can just use Laragon or WSL2. So I have created a new database from here. That's it. So with that said, next we'll need routes, we'll need controller, migration model, everything we'll need for dealing with nodes. Alright, so first thing, let's open up terminal and let's create a node model. So PHP artisan make model, I'll call node, and I will need everything. So this will create model, migrations, controller, factory. Alright, so let's go ahead, and in migration we will create these columns: body, password, read@. This read@ will save the time at which the user read the note, and destroy@. will store the time at which this note should be destroyed. So if it is null, we'll destroy instantly. If it has some other values like after this time, then we'll destroy that at that time. We have name for this node to reference whenever we email ourselves or anybody else. Whenever this node is destroyed, we want to notify someone this feature. So I think these columns should be enough to implement this feature. So if there is anything else, we'll add it later on. So let's go ahead and migrate this to create our table. Migrate. There we go. So it got migrated. Our table should be here. Nodes. Let's refresh. There we go. We have all columns. Body, password, read that, destroyed, everything. All right. So once our table is all set, let's go ahead and create our pages. So first thing, we need to create this index page. Let's go to web.php, and here we'll need these routes. So I've defined this just to save some time. You don't have to watch me type all these. So first route will show us the index page, first page. You can call it home page. All right. So here we have created node controller, and this will direct to index methods. Similarly, we have node share page. After node is created, will redirect user to share page. I have given this name nodes.share, and we have get routes to show the node and post route to store the node, which is pointing to the store method inside node controller, and similarly show share. So let's head over to nodes controller. So make sure to import this class. This is new in Laravel 8. This syntax is a bit new. So index method is just returning the view nodes.index. So let's go ahead and create this blade file nodes.index. So let's go ahead and inside resources, views, we need to create a folder nodes, and inside here we will create a new blade file index. So just ignore everything else for now. I will go step by line. So we have created a layouts.main file. So that main layout file will extend. So all the common layout related code will be living inside this layouts.main. So just make sure you created this layouts folder and then main.blades. So which is the simple HTML. I have included Bootstrap 5 just to speed things up. Here is a Bootstrap docs, and in getting started introduction, you can just copy the CSS part and just paste it here, and we have the section to yield the CSS. I've used the default Bootstrap navigation, and we have this container. Everything will be inside container, and there is the section where all the JavaScript, page specific JavaScript will be displayed. So inside container we have the section to display all the form related errors. We have section to display all the success messages, all Laravel stuff, and we have section for displaying content. So that's it with main. Let's go ahead to index. Alright, so we have simple form with text area and create node. So let's go ahead and see it in browser how it looks. pnode.test. There we go. So we have something to create node, and we can do create node. So first, simple thing first, we are not adding any advanced option yet. So suppose we want to create this, and we need to point this to the store method. So here we have the post method. Let's name it. It's good practice to name your route. Let's name it nodes.store. If in future our URL get changed, we don't have to worry about it. We have just used nodes. We have used the route name, so we are good. And in text area we have named the body, so make sure this name should match the database column. So migration, let's go to table. There we go. This body should match to this name and submit. So now let's go ahead to controller and handle our nodes save logic. stored logic. So which will be the pretty simple logic. We will validate our request validate, and this body will be required. This is the validation, and we are doing the force create. So you need to set up the fillable. If no fillable is set, it will just create the body. It will create new entry. It will not give you a warning that you actually, it gives error if you haven't set fillables. So in node model we haven't set any fillable. Yeah, we can do that, but force create will do for now. Otherwise you have to just use to create, and if you do create, you have to specify which are the fillable fields. Protected fillable. For now, let's do body field is fillable. This is just to protect you. You probably know that. Okay, so once that is done, once node is created, we redirect user to another route, nodes.share. So let's go ahead and define that route. We have already defined nodes.share. So what's happening inside that? Let's go ahead and see. In share, where's the share? Here. So in share we are just returning this view, and then we are passing the nodes variable. So what's in node? This will automatically resolve the nodes model from the route. So according to ID of node, it will resolve that. So it is called the route model binding. So the model is bind to the route. So if some ID is in route, that will resolve the model out of the container. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this nodes.share. Let's create that inside nodes. Here I've created share.blade. You can copy that from index. All code are similar, just this new text, and you have the one input field. For now, let's ignore the JS part. So for now you have this input, which is read only, just to display the shareable link. So this link is the link to nodes.show. So that link is the link to nodes.show, so which will display the actual node. And we have button copy to clipboard and email link. So these functionality are quite simple. So in order to email, we have set the srep to mail to, and then set body to same route link, and this will send the email. We'll see that in action. And to copy to clipboard, we have just created a JavaScript function, which I'll show in a moment. So we are targeting this input ID, shareable link. Alright, so too much information to digest. Let's go one at a time. Suppose we are creating new node, new secret node. Let's create, and it created the node and direct us to nodes.share page. And here we can see the link, this link, nodes.show. And yeah, so let's go ahead and see what's inside nodes.show. So this will display the actual nodes, nodes.show, node controller, and so just we're displaying this nodes.show blade file and passing the nodes. Pretty simple logic. So we were in nodes.share here. So we have copy to clipboard functionality to implement, and email links. So let's see how email link will behave. So whenever I do email link, whenever I click, so it will open up the email client. So if you have Windows, this will be the email client. So then you can choose the email client, and then this body will automatically be filled according to our code. Over here I put the body section over here. So if you want more content to be inside body, you can just write it here. Okay, so copy to clipboard function is quite simple. So first I've created a function select text, which will target the div and focus it and then select it. And then copy to clipboard will just call this select text. Whenever this text is selected, then we'll execute document.execute command copy. So it will execute the copy command, and then that item will be copied, just to make the users work easier. We have implemented that. Just copy to clipboard and this will be copied. There we go, boom. So so I've implemented this functionality. I'll show it in a moment. Let's go one step at a time. So with this share page all done, let's move on to show.blade. So show.blade will be just we are displaying the node content. So I've just included our danger alert danger here, just to let the user know that nodes has been deleted. You can copy it. So I've displayed the node body in text area, read only field, and we have the JS section. I will display it in a moment. So let's go ahead and go to this link over here, and we can see the node content here. Okay, so thing here is we need to delete this node as well, right? So whenever we refresh page, we shouldn't see this node. It should be destroyed whenever user views it. So how do we do that? We do that whenever user visits this show page, and we will call the delete request. We'll do the delete request using Ajax. Alright, so there is a function delete node, and we are calling that on windows.load. Whenever this page loads, we call this Ajax function. So this is pointing to this route, nodes.destroy, which is this route, so nodes.destroy, since we are calling Ajax. Oops, where is it? Let me open that, close everything else. So nodes.show. Yeah, so we are calling this delete request from using our fetch API. So it will be the delete request. So we need to supply CSRF token if we put that inside the web. So I have put that inside API. So this is the API route, and this is nodes.destroy, which is pointing to same controller, and destroy method. So in destroy method, we are doing simple thing, just delete the node and display some message, node has been deleted. That's it. And back to node show.blade. Here we have this URL, and we are initiating the delete request, since that is delete route, and then we get the response, we get the data. I'm just console logging it, nothing new, and just calling that. So here we can do many things. We can show something, we can do animation or all stuff, JavaScript related stuff, that will be called on success response. Alright, so with that we have basic functionality in place. We can create the node, we can share the node, we can delete the node when someone views it. So basic functionality is all done. Next we need to implement additional functionality, that is like password, delete node after sometimes, and all advanced stuff. Not that advanced, but still more features to add. Alright, hope you find this video informative. You learned couple of new concept or new way to do things. So I will see you in another video. Bye.